What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling exceptional today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Now, the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, maybe even Pluto, Cancer. This one, oh, wait, no, stay here, Cancer. I'm not shooing you away. This one's for you. Let me get my hand signs correct. And I do tarot card spreads based upon ruler here, the good old moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, when she's going void of course, all of those lunar shenanigans. There we go, Cancer, I'm getting it now. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Alright, Cancer, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Venus Day. It's Friday. Venus rules over Friday. Hope you're feeling just feeling beautiful, Cancer. Feeling high self-esteem there. Hope you're feeling abundant. Maybe it's payday for you. Maybe we're going out tonight, Cancer, going on a date, maybe hanging out with some friends. Either way, hopefully we're get ready to enjoy this happy Venus Day. And also, Cancer, the moon is in Scorpio. And she's still in the last little bit of that third quarter phase, or the last quarter phase of our lunar cycle there, Cancer. And I think this is can be a particularly deep and kind of like introspective type of time here, because Scorpio is a very intense energy. There's our one that pulls things from the darkness up to the light, Cancer. Thank you. Being both Mars and Pluto ruled. And the nice thing about this too is the dispositors of where this moon is Mars and Pluto, and both of them happen to be in Capricorn. Mars just entered, depending on when you're watching this, yesterday, so he's still at the very beginning degrees of Capricorn, whereas his higher octave, Pluto, is at the end. And so I feel this can even be a reflection of what things do we need to release, like in that real sort of deep down kind of honesty there, Cancer. What things are keeping us dragged down, and where can we have this evolution, in a sense, because Scorpio faces these intenser energies in an effort to clean any sort of emotional or physical clutter and begin the real powerful healing process. And they turn that healing into resilience there, Cancer. So I feel with this that this is a great indicator going into where this new moon's going to happen in Capricorn in just a little less than a week now, Cancer. And I feel this is going to be a very particularly kind of potent portal to be manifesting on there. So this is a great time to really kind of pay attention to where do you really want to grow there, Cancer. Forgiving yourself for any sort of mistakes we feel we may have made, and how we're intending to act in order to empower ourselves for the future there, Cancer. Very, I feel, deep kind of evolution that could happen in this phase, because and think too, the third quarter phase is that final square aspect that the moon is forming with the sun before she gets to that moon gets to that new moon cycle there. So it's that last little bit there, Cancer. What is it that's still that our energies are asking us to make space for this, intend to clear our field out, in a sense, in order for new seeds and new downloads to come in, and the moon to give us that new kind of solar direction, in a sense. So nice little energy to think about there, Cancer. And then last little bit, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links to them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested, Cancer. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, so go see their channels. They bring very unique insights, Cancer, very powerful messages. I think that you can definitely take something from get something from them. Also, there's some links for some astrologers that I like watching, Cancer, and some links for some tools like some apps. Well, right now it's just the apps that I like working with. I'm gonna start including some books and some other things there, Cancer, here soon. So stay tuned for that. There, all types of goodies for you. But let's go ahead and get into your general energy of the day, there, Cancer. And interesting. All right, Cancer. Look, the moon giving a little more love to you because we got this give love card here again, Cancer, and I like this because I feel that sometimes when you think about like Scorpio energy, that can get when we think about those kind of darker realms, those deep places that we kind of stay tuned away from, or that we don't want to deal with, those sides of us need love too, because they are a part of us. They're not meant to be rejected, because the longer we reject them, they if you want the energies to be an enemy, Cancer, then they'll do that for you. If it's going to push you towards the direction that you need to go, the spirits are just like that. Okay, who better ally or better enemy than yourself? But I feel like this could take, when you get into those darker aspects of yourself and begin that healing process, Cancer, those the type of healing that I feel Scorpio really does bring, which is very similar to Capricorn in the sense of it's like that compassion that they can bring, because Scorpio they're not afraid to be in that vulnerable energy when you need to ask someone for that sense of help in your most, even like your most dire needs, or to kind of face your most kind of intimate type of secrets there, Cancer. And yeah, it just feels like that there is this sort of this nurturing of any kind of secret parts of you that you've been keeping suppressed there, Cancer, and how they can really empower you going forward there, because that's what Scorpio, Pluto energy, Mars energy, they create that conflict within in you, so that you act in order to create that sense of balance there. And Cancer, just thinking about, I've been kind of reading this book lately, and it's been thinking about, or it's been talking about this relationship, instead of looking at the sun cycle and the moon cycle as separate things, how they are really together there, Cancer. Because when you think about it, when the sun is up, you can't necessarily look at the sun. It brings all this life and rejuvenating energy, but we can't look at it, physically, without there's some sort of damage happening. But we can when the moon's out. We see the sun in its light in different phases there, even though, it's like it's this interesting relationship that I feel is going on, and it's like seeing yourself through the growth there, Cancer, how the energies wax and wane and things. So, but let me get some tarot on this, Cancer, and get some details with us. Look at that, Cancer. You take in charge. Absolutely. Emperor energy. Alright, Cancer, coming out strong. Thank you. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, Cancer, I'm with it. So you have the Emperor, the Moon card is Aries, and the Moon card Pisces, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Swords here, Cancer. And, the Moon card, Cancer, can be those, we were just talking about how the moon kind of illuminates the light of the sun, so that we can really see all the aspects of our growth throughout that relationship between the sun and the moon. And I feel that how this cat here is kind of looking in this reflection, sort of facing I feel for some, this Eight of Swords, the Moon card here, is kind of facing those kind of monsters, or those type of enemies that we keep locked away there. Four of Pentacles that are wanting to kind of come out there, Cancer, so that you, because the thing with the Eight of Swords, this can be a self-imposed prison. So the nice thing about that is it's a prison that you've built there, Cancer, but we need to see where we've given our power to. What things are we keeping control or keeping locked away that's stopping us from really establishing this new foundation, working towards a more fulfilling and enjoyable type of future there, Cancer. Because I feel that these areas that we need to give ourselves love can not even just inspire us to take action there, Cancer, but I'm even getting this maturity that's coming with the Emperor here of what happens when you learn to meet yourself in those kind of deeper places there, to look how this cat is looking that panther in the water here in the face, and really seeing this for what it really is, just another version of itself. Whether this is, whether we take this as a positive or as a negative is up to the interpretation of the cat. But I feel to Cancer, keeping in mind of that, what I had a situation, kind of a good example, just kind of reminds me. I had something where I was getting to understand how anger operated in me a little bit. And when I went to describe this experience that I went through processing all of this, the person was just like, well, that sounds like that was a little crazy there. But I was like, it may sound crazy to you, but it really was, it like a weight was lifted off when I had, because it got real vulnerable there, Cancer. It got we were crying a little bit, got a little sensitive there. But it was there was some beauty in that too, to be able to just kind of look at yourself in that state of mess, like not at your highest, and still say that, not sure how, but you're gonna rise up from this. This was a huge step forward here. It may not feel like it in that moment, but kind of like how this Emperor has this map kind of played out here. It's all playing out in the grand scheme of things there, Cancer. So just a little something to think about. But let's get some more tarot on this, Cancer. Alright, Cancer. Let's see what else is going on here. Interesting. Look at all this celebration on this moonlight there, Cancer. Look at the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, interesting, the Five of Cups, and then the Seven of Wands here, Cancer. A lot of emotions coming through there. And I feel with this kind of this succession of cups here, 3, 4, and 5 of Cups, I feel for some that there's this energy here that something is kind of tying up our emotional energy there, Cancer. Maybe we're might be disappointed as far as, like, when we're thinking about our Ten of Pentacles, for example. Maybe we thought we'd be further along than we thought we'd be. Maybe we were reflecting on maybe some opportunities that may have passed you by, possibly with the Moon card here, and maybe where it was coming from this place of fear. This Emperor's kind of even giving to maybe there's times when we could have rose up, could have face these kind of challenges head on, but maybe in that moment we had gotten overwhelmed. And I feel that there's this again, this is forgiveness energy that's coming through here, and even this celebration celebration in the realization of the fact that, oh, I wasn't bringing it like I know that I can. But and it's like I feel like in knowing that that even could be empowering or heartening, Cancer, knowing that there is, you do have more potential than you realize. But we have to learn to see when that inner critic, or maybe even there are others there, Cancer, even with this Three of Cups, of people who might be getting in the way, or who may be trying to lower your vibration. And I shouldn't even say getting in the way there, Cancer. If anything, these people are trying to strengthen your metal, where they may throw these criticisms, these doubts and things, and you show them that, okay, I may not know how I'm going to do this, but I am going to rise above. And then when you start doing it, Cancer, then you become this sort of model or this leader for others to be like, oh, maybe I can do this too. Share. I always tell Scorpio, especially with how intense, their situations can be sometimes, where those situations may have been really, really tough with Scorpio energy. It is one that can motivate others in a sense. You can turn that into something beautiful in a sense. Any sort of like disappointments, emotional upheavals, even like feelings of failure, whether in other people, maybe in ourselves, whatever that's looking like, Cancer. But I didn't even feel, Cancer, that if there's been like maybe a rift or something that's happened here recently, maybe we've had some people split apart, maybe we're feeling this disappointment in how a situation may have gone down. Maybe we're telling ourselves we don't care about something when we really care more than we do there, Cancer. And that's interesting too. I even feel, again, there's still this strong energy of forgiveness that's coming through, Cancer, however that may be resonating with you there. So I think that's what I got for that one there, Cancer. Now let's get a little advice from Mars and Pluto. Cancer, depending on where your Cancer placements are at, I mean, we already got the sun kind of passing through right now. Mars has just entered our sign, so we have a lot of oppositions that are getting ready to form. We're going to be very, very heavy Capricorn energy here soon, where that's a dope placement if you have any Earth signs, but it can be a little bit tougher with our Cancer placements, just because Capricorns are opposites. So you may find that some situations or some people may force you to make some difficult decisions, or that you maybe feel like you're getting pulled in one direction or another. Like, yeah, oppositions can be tougher energies, but it's I feel like it's in making those what may seem like a tough choice in the moment. It may not feel great in the short term, but it's thinking about this long term, this thing here, Cancer. But let me get the rest of your cards here. All right, Cancer. All right. So you have, oh, interesting, Cancer. All right, so you have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Temperance card here, Cancer. And let's switch back over. Because I feel with this Three of Swords and this Ten of Swords here, I do feel like something has happened here, Cancer. I feel there's this part of your, see this journal lying on this bed here. I feel like there's a certain part of this story, whether there's been something here recently or just something that has happened to you in general there, Cancer, that is needing that's needing our attention. Or at least that's where I feel the energies are trying to get you to kind of focus on here. What things do we need to get in balance? You know, where have we've been maybe giving a lot of our energies to, whether this be kind of living, because the tricky thing with Cancerian energy too is that we are rooted to the past, Cancer, and sometimes that can, where it can be nice to call upon those past energies for guidance and things, is another to get emotionally locked into something there, Cancer, and be giving it this sort of like could have, should have, would have, you know, if only I had. And it's like in like it's changing that narrative a little bit to being like, instead of I wish I had, well, this is what I'm going to do going forward, you know, getting in this, taking these lessons and getting into a new sort of routine there, changing the flow or the direction of this energy, and allowing yourself to not be pinned down by any sort of harder thing that comes your way there, Cancer, because the Ten of Swords can be the state of rock bottom, that, you know, not feeling at your highest, but there's that duality that comes with this card because this is a Sun in Gemini, and I feel that once we start seeing these lessons and things for the strengtheners that they really are there, Cancer, I feel that this, it helps these situations make a lot more, just a lot more sense there, Cancer. And I do feel like this give love too is a reminder that in everything that you do, Cancer, make sure to give love. You know, like be loving in intentional in your actions, in the way that you're speaking with others, in the way that you're even doing certain type of things. You know, really kind of questioning Scorpio energy, kind of questioning the motivation of your reactions, and love yourself from where you're at, and love yourself for where you're going to be, Cancer. You know, you becoming this emperor, this rising up to something newer there, something stronger. And you know, even just talking about all this healing and this forgiveness, Aries, well, not Aries, Chiron is in Aries right now, and Chiron stays a while, and I want to say it stays, can, the time fluctuates, but Aries, or Chiron stays in Aries and in Pisces can stay in that sign for a long time. But I do feel like that there is, you know, it's that healing those energies that where our identity has been damaged in a sense. You know, how can we take maybe something that like a low self esteem thing and turn it into a high strength or something like that, Cancer. So I think I'm gonna leave that there. A little something to think about, Cancer. But if you like that, if anything resonated with you, Cancer, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Cancer, if you know someone who's maybe being a little harsh on themselves, or maybe this is someone that they're dealing with. You know, maybe there's, you know, this, yeah, just, and I feel a reminder too, if this is someone that you're dealing with, it is, you know, acknowledging their struggles, you know, and not, it's not disregarding, you know, the things that their reality that seems real. But I do feel like it's like, how can we compassionately, or even in their, just that they interpret things in a way that, like, hey, yeah, this thing is like, yes, you're in this, but it's just like, how do we heal? How do we help them chariot? Kind of get this moving a little bit. Let's if we gotta crawl and heal, however that's looking, just a little something to think about, Cancer. And then subscribe there, Emperor. Hit that bell button to get notified on all these videos each day. And then last little bit there, Cancer. Check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements for your readings, but check your chart there, Cancer. Give love to all aspects of yourself there, every placement. And then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do weekly videos, monthly ones, yearly ones. I'm actually about to start the weekly ones for Aquarius season there. Cancer is getting exciting. It's Aquarius season is about to be lit. So I think we're in for a very cool, really cool time there, Cancer. And all that housekeeping, it's down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here, Cancer. Got the Queen of Swords here. And I like that she's here, because I feel that the Queen of Swords is interesting because she's one that can be seen as this sort of the coldest of the queens, but I feel that she gets a little discredited. Like, I feel she's a lot softer than she seems. She really speaks from the heart, and I feel like has a very fair and balanced way when it comes to approaching people, situations, even herself. And I feel that there is, for some, that, with us being so deeply emotional, Cancer, that there is that making sure we have that balance when we're going to process certain energies. It is understanding it emotionally, but then once we have that understanding, like getting that clarity as far as like, how is this like, just like finding that head heart balance in a sense, and finding out the source of like why we are so reactive, and what ways or why we've been avoiding some sort of things, acknowledging these hindrances, and then again just morphing them into strength and liberating ourselves. I feel with the Queen of Swords to like even the Eight of Swords here. But let me get your other oracle card here, Cancer, so I can get you out of here. I love when Spirit does that. Thank you. This is literally the definition of Scorpio. Transformation, Cancer. And I feel like this card has been caught by, because I feel like it's like the third or fourth time I've asked you this, Cancer. Who are you becoming? And I feel like that is a very strong question for 2024. Who are you becoming? Where do you see yourself growing? And I feel like, again, especially with how, because I was, listening to someone, and I like that it was a very good point that they were bringing up, that we always celebrate at the beginning of the calendar year, but a really great time to be really doing some active manifestation is the first new moon of the calendar year, and the new moon, and I mean, see, with the calendar we only get one time a year to set these intentions, but when we start following a different, those lunar cycle, Cancer, we get 12 a year there, different times to set and strengthen these intentions, to ask ourselves along the way, because you set this intention at the beginning of the year, you may change your mind a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now. Do we still want to be on this track, or do we need to pivot a little bit? So I feel like it's taking this stuff incrementally and enjoying the steps along the way. There are times when I kind of think like, man, I wish I was further along, but I'm already getting there. I think about that too, about where I was compared about where I am, and it's like, right, I have come a long way, and I'm still going to keep going. Like, this isn't the end. This is just, it's always a new beginning to, to strengthen and transform into. Keep asking yourself that. Who am I becoming? Am I living to my truth? Is this the vibration? Am I doing things that really resonate with me? So, and trying to keep in that balance there, Cancer. I'm with it. So, you stay safe out there. With all these changes that are coming afoot, Cancer, and all this, a lot of big energies that are coming through. It's going to be really exciting. So, raise your vibration, but also, Cancer, keep eyes on the moon. Because she's She's bringing love, Cancer. She's always smiling down on you. You know, asking you these questions. You know, the sun gives us the energy to go through the day, to take the energy that we processed from our time, you know, when we're in the subconscious realm with the moon. And then I feel like I don't know, Cancer. It's just like keeping that cycle going. I don't know, Cancer. It's just I feel a lot of really, really wonderful things are getting ready to happen here. And I will catch you on the next one. Monday. Moon Day, Cancer.